Hello and welcome, it's Dev Dylan with the first episode of Behind the Game. So we have a feature here where the player walks under the light and it turns on, and as you probably can tell, it turns off as he walks away. So, building this feature in 3 easy steps. Yup, it's that easy. 1, 2, 3. So, step 1 is to add a manager. Now, this functionality is already built, but the lamp has a trigger, and when the player hits that trigger, it's going to turn the light on, and when they leave, it turns it off. So that's all great, but this isn't enabled by default, so we need some way to tell all of the lights in a level to turn themselves on. And we're just going to add that flashlight manager, and look at that, it's done. Step 2 is to, make this useful. So we've added it, but it doesn't have actually anything telling the lights that they should enable this functionality. So we're just going to create a function there, which, does the functionality, and we're going to get all of the lamps in the level, which is just a terrible name for all of the ceiling lights, and that's going to give us an array, which is basically just a list of data. And with this list of lamps, they each have this function, so we're going to tell each one individually to toggle that transition, but maybe we want it on or off, so we're just going to connected there. So we tell the flashlight manager toggle follow lights, and it's going to tell all of the lamps to do it. So we don't need to do this individually selecting each lamp. We just tell the flashlight manager once. So we're going to create an enumeration to go along with this, which is basically just like a fancy select box. And with this select, we're going to type turn light on, blah 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 blah, whatever that is. And then we're going to go back to our flashlight manager and add that enumeration we just created. Now we're going to want to make it an array to, so we can add multiple in case we have multiple functionalities that we want. Right now, just that one though. So we're going to select that in the level. Now this level is going to have that selected, which is all great. Hey, look at that. There's that trigger. And there's the overlaps that are setting the light intensity when you overlap or don't overlap it. So we're going to create this light transition function. And this follow inside the flashlight manager at the very beginning of the game, we are going to check if light mode, if it has that blah 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 thing that we just made back there, and if it is greater than -1, at that point we know that we do have it included, and then we're going to start to tell all of those lights to turn on when we walk under them. So look at that, works great, almost. Let's see how it looks here. Oh god, that's not looking so good. Alright, well, we're going to need to fix that, I guess. So, on to step 3, polish off the feature. So, at this point, we're going to create another function, and the key to this is to create a timeline. Just call this thing fade, and a timeline will do an action over a period of time. So, we're going to do some blah blah stuff getting it set up there, but basically what we're looking for is it's going from 0 to 115 instantly, and we don't roll like that anymore. So we're going to make it change that intensity over a period of time. So we just need to add that to our fade, and we're going to go in here, change the length of it and a few other things. Half a second seems good. This is the track here, so we can call that intensity so it matches up with what we're connecting it to. And then at 0 seconds, make sure the value is 0, and at half a second, make sure it's 115. There we go. Look at that nice straight line. So over half a second, it's going to climb up to the value that we want. Perfect. Okay, back in here, connect that thing up, and then we're going to rip out the old functionality and add our new function. Since we don't want it instantly doing it, we're going to add this timeline function that we just created. And toggle, cut, remove. Okay, perfect. So we do need some parts from this. We do need to set the material so it's glowing or not glowing, but we don't need that intensity stuff, so cut that out. And perfect. There we go. Alright, let's see how that looks. Much better, but oh god, that is a slow light. That is not convincing anybody. So let's turn that to 0.2 seconds instead there, and see if that's any better. Definitely an improvement. Okay, let's see how it looks here. And as you can see, that issue, it doesn't look like there's a bug happening, but there we go. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Goodbye.